What up, guys? Well, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, September 20th, 2019, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Blake Lively wants to punish those responsible for killing her family in the new trailer for the upcoming action thriller, The Rhythm Section. The clip released on Thursday follows Lively as Stephanie Patrick, an ordinary woman who wants revenge against bombers who blew up a plane that her family was on. Lively enlists the help of Jude Law as she enters into a dark world she is unfamiliar with. Lively goes undercover and turns to violence as she seeks redemption. Law says to Lively, "I'm going to say this once. Even if you succeed, it won't be worth it." The trailer also features the actors donning disguises and getting into an intense fight on board a bus. The Rhythm Section from director Reed Morano is set to arrive in theaters on January 31st. Sterling K. Brown also stars. The film, based on a novel by Mark Burnell, had its production suspended in December 2017 when Lively suffered an injury while filming in Dublin, Ireland. Dark Waters has released a first trailer featuring Mark Ruffalo. The 51-year-old actor plays Robert Bila, a corporate attorney who takes on DuPont after the chemical company is linked to a series of unexplained deaths. The preview begins with Bola investigating the death of 190 cows on behalf of a small-town farmer played by Tim Robbins. He discovers a connection between DuPont and chemicals in the local water supply. Bilot says in the trailer DuPont is knowingly poisoning 70,000 local residents for the last 40 years. Dark Waters is based on the real-life story of Bilot, who battled DuPont in the 1990s after the chemical C8 was found in drinking water in West Virginia. Dark Waters is directed by Todd Haynes and co-stars Anne Hathaway, Bill Camp, Victor Garber, Marie Winningham, and Bill Pullman. The movie opens in theaters November 22nd. Singer Kodi Lee won America's Got Talent Season 14, taking home the $1 million grand prize. Lee is 23, is blind, autistic, and suffers from Addison's disease. He first gained popularity on the competition show with his performance of Donny Hathaway's A Song for You, which earned a Golden Buzzer from Judge Gabrielle Union. Lee told host Terry Crews after winning alongside his mother Tina Lee, "I feel so amazing, unbelievable." Lee beat out 9 other finalists, including Detroit's youth choir, who came in second. Lee also took the stage to perform You Are the Reason with Leona Lewis. The finale featured a number of guest stars and special performances, including Cher, who sang Waterloo, and Judge Julianne Hough, who presented her new song, Transform. Magician Shim Lim won America's Got Talent Season 13 last year, followed by America's Got Talent The Champions in February, a spinoff of previously winners competing against each other. Another season of The Champion is set to take place. Nick Kroll mimicked Jason Statham, Pitbull, and a number of animals while playing Wheel of Impressions with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show. Kroll was tasked on Wednesday with talking about troll dolls as Statham and flu shots as Pitbull. Kroll said while capturing the accent and tough guy demeanor of Statham, "Nothing quite pisses me off like those little troll dolls." Kroll's impression of Pitbull was more unique and involved the comedian yelling about flu shots. Fallon, after pressing the impression generator, talked about Hot Girl Summer as Regis Philbin and surprise parties as Jerry Seinfeld. Kroll kept the impersonations going while discussing with Fallon what he thinks animals actually sound like. Kroll gave his take on dogs, sheep, and dolphins. Kroll is set to go on a stand-up comedy tour that begins on Thursday at the Mimi Ohio Theater in Cleveland before wrapping up on November 23rd at the Penta Aegis Theater in Minneapolis. Al Roker is up and feeling better following his hip surgery. The 65-year-old Today weather anchor gave an update on the show Thursday after undergoing hip replacement surgery the day previous. Roker checked in via satellite video from his hospital room for special surgery in New York. Roker told his co-host, "I've already gone down the hall to where they do physical therapy. This hip can hold my weight. It's pretty amazing to me, but I'm thrilled. I'm already feeling better." He added, "I'm in far less pain than I was 48 hours ago. The best thing is to just get up and move, to be able to walk." And so when I walk, it's not as nearly as painful as when I was with you guys just 2 days ago. Roker shared a video from a physical therapy session Wednesday on Instagram that showed him descending in a set of stairs. He says, "Thanks everyone for the good wishes, prayers, and positive thoughts for my total hip replacement #surgery today at H Special Surgery. I feel better than I have in weeks." Roker had announced on Tuesday on Today that he would have hip resurfacing surgery. He experienced pain and osteoarthritis in the months leading up to the procedure. Roker said at the time, "It's not like I'm crying at night, but it hurts." Roker previously underwent back surgery in 2005 and knee surgery in 2016. Cameron Mathison is sharing good news with fans following a successful surgery. The 50-year-old actor and television personality gave an update Thursday in a statement to ABC News after undergoing surgery for kidney cancer. Mathison said surgeons were able to completely remove a tumor from his right kidney and leave 80% of the organ intact. He says, "We've got the pathology reports back yesterday, and it's very good news. It's the least aggressive form of kidney cancer with a very low rate of recurring." Mathison, an actor known for playing Ryan Lavery on All My Children and former Good Morning America correspondent, announced this month that he was diagnosed with renal cell sarcoma. He wrote on Instagram, "The good news is that it hasn't spread to any other organs." Mathison had surgery September 12th and thanked fans for their support in an Instagram post Monday. The star wrote, "Unbelievably grateful to be back home after a successful partial necrotomy surgery. It was an eventful 4 days in the hospital and doing well at home now." He added, "Thank you to everyone sending prayers, positive thoughts, flowers, cards, stuffed animals, food, love, and kidney beans. Love you guys." Mathison is a co-host of Entertainment Tonight and Home and Family. He is married to Vanessa Mathison and is parents to two children, daughter Leia and son Lucas with his wife. Smallville alum Tom Welling is joining the cast of the Arrowverse crossover. Arrow co-creator Mark Guggenheim confirmed in a tweet Thursday that Welling will reprise Clark Kent, aka Superman, in the CW event Crisis on Infinite Earths. Guggenheim wrote, "So excited, Tom is incredibly. Bringing back his Clark is something we always wanted to do for Crisis. Crisis on the Infinite Earths unites Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, DC Legends of Tomorrow, and Batwoman. The crossover is rumored to feature multiple versions of Superman in different time periods. Welling joins Tyler Hoechlin, who plays Superman on Supergirl, and Brandon Ruth, who plays Ray Palmer, aka the Atom, on Legends of Tomorrow in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Ruth plays Superman in the 2006 film Superman Returns. Smallville had a 10-season run on the W and the CW from 2002 to 2011. Guggenheim said in the statement, "For 8 years, Arrow has stood on the shoulders of a Smallville. Simply put, there would be no Arrow and no Arrowverse without it. So when we first started talking about Crisis of Infinite Earths, our first, second, and third priorities were getting Tom to reprise his iconic role as Clark Kent. To say that we are thrilled would be a Superman-sized understatement. Crisis on Infinite Earths is a 5-episode special TV event inspired by the DC comic series of the same name. The first 3 episodes will air in December and the final 2 to broadcast in January." Moulin Rouge, the musical, will embark on a national tour in 2020. Producers announced in a tweet Thursday that the hit Broadway musical will kick off the traveling production in November 2020. The post reads, "Bohemians far and wide, Moulin Rouge, the musical is coming to a city near you, starting in New Orleans and Chicago in 2020. Don't miss the spectacular." Playbill said the tour will begin in Sandra Theater in New Orleans before officially opening at the James M. Nederlander Theater in Chicago. The show will have a 10-week engagement at the Nederlander. Moulin Rouge, the musical, is based on Baz Luhrmann's 2001 film starring Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor. The show features songs that appear in the movie, along with more recent tunes, including Lady Gaga's Bad Romance and Beyonce's Single Ladies. The Broadway production officially opened at the Al Hirschfeld Theater in July. It is written by John Logan, directed by Alex Timber, and star Karen Olivio as Satine and Aaron Tveit as Christian. Sarah Hyland says she told her fiancé Wells Adams which engagement ring to buy. The 28-year-old actress discussed her engagement to Adams during Thursday's episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Hyland showed off her ring during her interview with guest host Dax Shepard. She corrected Shepard after he complimented Adams on his great taste. Hyland said, "Thanks, I told him what to get." Modern Family star also recounted her early romance with Adams, who competed in JoJo Fletcher's season of The Bachelorette. Hyland says, "I saw him on The Bachelorette, and then he became the bartender on Bachelor in Paradise, and that's where I was like, yeah, She added, "I thought he was real hot, and then he slid in them DMs after I tweeted about him." Hyland and Adams got engaged in July after nearly 2 years of dating. Hyland compared herself to the Friends character Monica Geller while discussing wedding plans in a new interview with People. She said about wedding magazines, "And I cut out stuff like I like visually to make vision boards. I'm trying to curate my binder, trying to figure out what we want, DJ, band, both, who knows. I'm like Monica from Friends." Hyland plays Haley Dunphy on Modern Family, which will premiere its 11th and final season September 25th on ABC. Hyland will also star in a new ABC comedy pilot. Kelly Clarkson and Meghan Trainor are reliving the moment when they photobombed Michelle Obama in 2018. Clarkson and Trainor recall on Thursday's episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show how they jumped in a photo with Obama during the former First Lady's visit today. Obama was celebrating International Day of the Girl in October 2018 when she posed for a selfie with model Carly Claus, actress Zendaya and Frida Pinto, and activist Monica Nijibahwa. Clarkson and Trainor, who were also on stage, leaped in the background. Clarkson says, "The best part is like, where's Waldo? Fine, the two classiest people here, that'd be us in the back. Everyone else was meant to be there, and we were like, whatever, we're crashing." Trainor recalled, "Yeah, I yelled at you. I was like, get in, it's our last chance." She was about to leave, so that was that. You're welcome. Trainor previously recalled the moment on Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon in October 2018. She says, "I just yelled at Clarkson, like, photobomb this, get in every picture you can, because it's like the coolest day of our lives." Trainor said she looked at Obama and screamed, "This is the greatest day of my life," before hugging the former First Lady. She said, "I think she liked it. She hugged me." Trainor returned to Today this month to perform with You, her new song with Cascade. She will release her third studio album, Treat Myself, in 2020. Sex and the City alum Chris Noth is going to be a dad at 2. The 64-year-old actor announced in an Instagram post Wednesday that he's expecting another child with his wife, Tara Wilson. Noth and Wilson are already parents to 11-year-old son Orion Christopher. The couple are expecting a second child. Noth captioned a photo of Wilson cradling her baby bump. "Orion is getting a brother. I better get my shit in shape." Noth's former Sex and the City co-stars Sarah Jessica Parker and Kristen Davis were among those who congratulated the couple in the comments. Parker wrote, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you both." Davis added, "Yay, yay, yay." Noth and Wilson married in April 2012. Noth shared a photo with son Orion on Father's Day in June. He wrote, "Father's Day in London Town, 2019, lucky me, and all the dads with their kids today." Noth played Mr. Big on Sex and the City, which had a 6-season run on HBO from 1998 to 2004. Davis responded on Instagram in December after fans suggested her character, Charlotte York, would have made a great couple with Big. Aquaman actress Amber Heard are showing her support for a worldwide fracking ban. Advocacy group Food and Water Europe said in a press release Thursday that Heard, Mark Ruffalo, and actress Emma Thompson have added their voices to a number of activists and nearly 500 grassroots groups calling on the United Nations to endorse a ban ahead of its climate change summit on Monday in New York. Heard and Ruffalo signed an open letter to UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres saying that fracking, or the process of injecting liquids at high pressure into rocks to extract oil and gas, torpedoes efforts to combat climate change and violates basic human rights. Heard said, "Every well and every pipeline adds more methane and carbon dioxide to the atmosphere and pushes us closer to the edge of the climate cliff. The scientists demands and our children demand a high global ban on fracking. The climate emergency is a casting for heroes, and we need everyone to show up. Step one is to stand up and say loudly and clearly that there is no place for fracking on a climate-destabilized planet, Ruffalo says. The letter follows news that scientists, students, and activists have organized a global strike to support action on climate change. Millions of people plan to walk out of their homes, workplaces, and classrooms Friday. Swedish environmentalist Greta Thunberg, 16, who held a 3-day strike in August 2018 to demand climate change by Swedish parliament, this inspiration behind the new strike. The youth climate movement puts ethics at the center of the debate on climate change and its impact on our world. Kieran Culkin and his wife Jazz Charton are new parents. Charton said in an Instagram post Wednesday that she and Culkin are feeling complete following the birth of their first child, daughter Kinsey Sue, on September 13th. Charton shared a photo of her cradling Kinsley to her chest. She and Culkin have nicknamed their daughter Zizu. She said, and just like that, our little Kinsey Zizu is home. After 25 hours of laboring at home, we arrived at the hospital too late for any pain meds, and as I was already dilated and ready to push. If I ever do this again, I want all the drugs, all of them. And she was out within the hour during a full moon on Friday the 13th. Of course, our daughter was born on Friday the 13th. She says, "This is me, 4 days postpartum. I live in sexy surgical mesh underwear that keeps a world of pain in check. My boobs are engorged. I burst blood vessels in my face from pushing. My big belly, pregnant belly that I love so much, deflated to a mere pouch, but it's all so worth it. Never felt so much in love, and we never felt so complete." Culkin and Charton had announced Charton's pregnancy by posting a sonogram on Instagram in May. Charton wrote at the time, "My favorite surprise so far. We had no idea how much we wanted this until it happened. We are excited, terrific, ecstatic, unprepared, but we cannot wait to meet our little unexpected creation in September." Culkin and Charton married in 2013. Culkin and his brother Macaulay Culkin came to fame as the children in the house party, as children in the Home Alone movies. Culkin now plays Roman Roy on the HBO series Succession, which premieres a second season in August. Tanya Tucker says she rejected rock and roll icon Elvis Presley on her dad's advice. The 60-year-old country music star recalled on Wednesday's episode of Watch What Happens Live how she turned down Presley after he tried to kiss her. He said, "Yes, because my dad told me as I was leaving out the trailer that night, going to the Elvis show at the Hilton, now look here, that boy can have any girl he wants in the world. Make sure he knows he can't have you. So I did. He tried to kiss me." The Hear Some Love singer said Presley continued to pursue her after she rejected his advances. She says, "He constantly asked me to come to Graceland, but I never did because I didn't want to be one of the girls. I'm one of the boys." Tucker previously told Rolling Stone she turned her cheek when Presley tried to kiss her. She voiced her respect and admiration for Presley, who died in 1977, in an Americana Fest interview September 13th that will air on Sirius XM's Outlaw Country station. Tucker says, "I met him, and I think God just made it that way because he knew how important it was for me to meet him. There are a lot of people I really admire who I met and didn't think too much of, but Elvis was everything." She added, "And he was the one that gave me that female Elvis name. He started that whole thing, and I liked it." Tucker skyrocketed to fame at the age of 13 following the release of her single Delta Dawn in 1972. She released her 25th studio album, While I'm Living, in August. Luke Combs will launch a new tour in the spring. The 29-year-old country singer shared plans Thursday for his What You See Is What You Get tour featuring Ashley McBryde and Drew Parker. The tour begins February 7th at Columbia, Missouri, and ends April 25th in Houston, Texas. Tickets go on sale September 27th at 10 a.m. local time. Combs wrote on Instagram, pumped to announce the What You See Is What You Get tour with at Ashley McBryde and at Drew Parks Plays. Combs will also perform at a number of festivals in June and July. The What You See Is What You Get tour is in support of Combs' album of the same name, which debuted November 8th. The album includes the singles Beer Never Broke My Heart and Even Though I'm Leaving. Combs most recently released the EP The Prequel in June, and he was officially joined the Grand Ole Opry the next month. Carly Rae Jepsen is eagerly awaiting the arrival of her date in the new music video for Want You in My Room. The colorful and dreamlike clip released on Thursday features the pop star dancing around her bedroom in her underwear. Jepsen later enters into an open green field where she dances with her bed sheets, walking on a beach, has a romantic dinner with her date, and runs into everyday items around her playing instruments. Jepsen sings, "When you're with you, a girl could be bolder. I just want to get a little bit closer, and I'll press you to the pages of my heart." The music video was directed by Andrew Donhole and filmed at the Los Angeles County Arboretum. Want You in My Room, produced by Jack Antonoff, appears on Jepsen's fourth studio album titled Dedicated, which was released in May. And that is your entertainment report for Friday, September 20th, 2019. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.